What would you say really, like, what do you do? Like, you would be a party host, right?
Would be performance artist and costume designer.
Okay, so performing artist and costume designer, that's what she does. And Mr. Felipe Blanco es encargado de lo que se llama VibeTribe here in Miami, que es un evento que se da, VibeTribe is weekly?
Yes.
Que es un evento que se da semanal. So for everybody that doesn't speak Spanish, Felipe Blanco is in charge of VibeTribe, which is an event that happens here in Miami weekly in the beach. So we're going to be having those conversations going on today, talking about what's really happening here in South Florida. And I really couldn't have picked two better people to talk about our community and what their influences have been into this community and what have they received from the community. But in the meantime, we're going to go to some original music by Junior Diaz, which I don't know that guy.
Yeah, who is this?
I don't know that guy. I don't know that guy. But they say he's the guy that runs SoFlo Studios. But I don't know if it's true. It's just speculation. But we're going to leave you here with some Tongo Lele.
And you're tuning in with Junior Mandingo Diaz.
Yeah.
And Candela.
Candela. And this is the SoFlo Show.
Para música.
Damas y caballeros, muchas gracias por tu uniarte con Radio SoFlo. Aquí, directo desde Mandingolandia, Florida. En este momento le presentamos el nuevo tema de Junior Diaz, Tongo Lele. Recuérdase que lo escuchó aquí primero en Radio SoFlo.
Baila como baila Tongo Lele. 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 Tengo una manita que se llama Tongolele. Ella es bien bonita y si me quiere. Ella siempre hace lo que ella puede para verme bien, pa' que yo huele. Ella lo que quiere que te ponga a gozar. Baila Tongolele, baila Tongolele. Una musiquita que se llama el trap. Un pasito adelante, un pasito atrás, un pasito al lado, un pasito más, que ahora los mandingos vienen a gozar. Dale chiquitica, vamos, dame tu atención. Que tú pones, dale chocones, pero tú tampones, tanto lambones. Tanto lambones, que no tan tiene tanto cojones. Que yo sé que no vas a entender, esta palabra te lo digo en inglés. Rosa la chica, 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 rosa la chica. Que yo sé que no vas a entender, esta palabra te lo digo en inglés. Come sit with me, my friend, roll it to be up, let's smoke again.
Yes. And that was Tongo Lele by Mr. Junior Diaz, which I still don't know who that guy is.
The infamous Junior Diaz.
The infamous Junior Diaz. They call him Mr. Mandingo Man Diaz. I'm pretty sure it's because he has a small one, you know?
I don't know.
And it's compensate that he needs a big name.
Compensation.
But anyways, we're sitting here with Olga
Saretsky.
Saretsky. What, ¿de dónde origina ese nombre? Where does that name originate from?
It's the Polish name, basically, a Polish Jewish name.
Okay, so
that I actually inherited from my first husband that I was married here in America.
Oh, cool.
My real name, last name would be Sheptanova.
Yeah, stick to Saretsky.
Saretsky.
Saretsky is much easier.
I like it.
And so, where do you come from? Where do you normally?
I am from where I'm come from, like original.
Yeah.
I am from Kazakhstan, from capital Almaty.
Okay.
It's a small city, about 2 million people living there. Mixed
So
Russian.
Kazakhstan is a real place.
It's yes, it is.
That's
It's
the
a
place
mix-
that Borat was talking about, right?
Kazakhstan.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes,
That's why it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
He made it famous, that place.
Is he
Great.
from there?
No, he's from
Somewhere else.
English. And he's English guy from.
Well, I kind of want to say thank you to him because I would have never known. I thought Kazakhstan was made up. I didn't even know it was a real place until.
Yeah, I
he-
get that a lot, especially when it was popular, that movie. You know, I'm from
Oh.
Kazakhstan. Oh, yeah, sure. you're
Right.
From Kazakhstan.
I'm sure you're from
Right.
Kazakhstan.
Wow, that's great. And how long have you been here? ¿Cuánto
Here?
tiempo tú llevas aquí en los Estados Unidos?
Here's 11 years now
11 years.
in Miami. Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time. Do you like it?
I love it. That's why I'm here so alone.
Yeah. And how was the transition, becoming an immigrant into this country, into a whole different new system?
I would say it's never end. You know, me personally, I think I'm a citizen of the world. You know, I live in this
Okay.
earth,
Yeah.
and
There
I
you go.
appreciate everything where I walk. You know, how I walk on this earth, and yeah, I'm still going. You know, I'm learning. It's each time it's new people, new
Right.
possibilities, new different things happening.
Of course.
That's beautiful.
So Olga, tell us a little bit about what you do artistically. And we're gonna have to show these people some
Yeah,
pictures so
some
they can really
pictures.
get a visual of what she does.
Let me
But
get
if you
into
could
this.
probably, I think you would better be able to explain what
Yeah.
it is that you do.
To simply put it, I always been a dancer and I always been making costumes for myself and
Okay.
for the troupe that I am directing. It's happened to be since very early age, since 15, I had my own group, which is usually 2-3 girls that
Right.
I dress up, we go out and we dance, you know, and we put up our shows. So
Right.
this is all started from as early as I was 15 years old.
Oh wow.
So that would
And
make
I mean I know it's improper to ask. Okay, how about
That
this? How long have you been doing what you're
Right.
doing?
about,
right?
20,
That's
about
the right
25, 27 years
Oh,
now.
wow.
Yes. So
Awesome.
Wow.
So you said at 15, what inspired you, and how did
just
you
a
even
lot of
start?
energy. I had a lot of energy, and I
Uh-huh.
like to be a clown. That's all it is.
Okay.
I
So
like-
what did you first try? What is it that you did when you were 15?
There was a lot of city events in that time. When I was 15, there was no clubs, no places for us to go and just to dance. It was a city events where I was cast as a dancer, and I had no dance education, just a lot of energy, and I
Right.
can pick up the movements very fast. So I went through, and that's how I learned my new friends. It was basically a hip hop.
Did you start in Kazakhstan or out in
I
Miami?
started in Kazakhstan as
Oh,
a
wow.
hip hop
Oh, wow.
dancer for 10
They have
years.
hip hop in
Hip-hop.
Kazakhstan.
That was
That is
that's
cool.
what I was
Wow,
thinking.
they say hip hop
It's-
travels places.
yeah.
It does.
It is. Kazakhstan is just like Europe, just with the Asian people mixed with Russians. It's
Okay.
the
Oh.
same European type of environment, like you go to Moscow or Kazakhstan, pretty much the same.
Right.
Yeah, it was like everywhere else. Hip hop was getting popular. It was popular in Kazakhstan as well.
I want to show some pictures if we can
I'm running. I'm running.
of what she does, so
And yeah,
our viewers can see.
I grew out of it a lot. You know, I still love the hip hop. I go, weekly to practice,
Right.
to dance with my friends, and and right now it's mostly art. Art movements, mime-like movements, mime performances.
And what type of events do you normally do? Like on a
What
On
type
a-
of events? I would say from the corporate event where the company celebrates the Christmas. This is what's happening
right?
right now. I get a lot of requests for that.
Okay.
Occasionally birthdays and even the kids parties.
Wow.
Get invited everywhere where people like what they see from me.
Of course. Once I get all these photos, para la
They're
gente
gonna
que-
be so
Yeah.
infatuated. I'm infatuated with her art, to be honest. I'm already a fan. It's my first time,
Yeah.
first day seeing her work, and I'm obsessed.
para la gente que no
Not to sound
necesariamente
crazy.
entienden lo que está pasando aquí.
Yeah.
Olga es una persona creativa que diseña trajes y hace eventos aquí en Miami o participa en eventos como performing artist. Ella baila con fuego.
She
Ella
does.
hace stilt walking. How do you
Yes.
say stilt walking in
I don't-
Spanish?
yeah,
I
that's
don't
the
know.
wrong person.
Right? Where's Candy for that
Sorry.
one? So, stilt walking, la gente que camina en los palos esos que son altos, ella hace eso. Y ella tiene una compañía que se dedica para promover esto en la comunidad here in South Florida. And I'm loading the photos. Estoy subiendo la foto en este momento para la gente que estén oyendo puedan verlo. So con eso, let's go to some music, and that gives me a little bit of time to come back with the photos because I want to give her justice. I think it's unfair.
And I want to let you guys know, don't forget, we're streaming live, Radio TV Miami on Facebook.
Radio TV.
Don't forget. And then also www.radiotvmiami.com.
Also, before we go,
Yes.
Tito Puente Jr. is going to be calling us today.
Awesome.
So he's going to be
What are we going to be talking about with Tito?
I guess you got to wait for that phone call.
Yeah, you got to tune in to find out.
And then Aaron Barnes is also going to call in, and then we got a little surprise.
So we're going to be talking about
the South Florida community. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We're going to have to give a little peek at what we'll talk about.
Little side.
Something.
So you're tuning into the Soul Flow Show.
Soul Flow Show.
Meow. Camba's in the building. I'm feeling frisky. Oh, yeah. Camba. Oh, yes. So, para la gente que estaban escuchando, por favor, recuérdense que Tito Puente Jr. is going to be calling the radio station at 3:05 later today to talk about an event that's going down in North Beach. Este evento es un evento grande, perdón, bueno, grande sí, y gratis, que se va a estar dando hoy en Miami Beach and North Beach en la 81. I want to say, where's the band shell? You're from that area. Where's the band shell? 73rd, so en la 73 se va a estar dando este evento hoy con Tito Puente Jr. featuring a couple other people. Let's see, I have the flyer here. Melina Almodovar. Does that name sound familiar? No? Well, apparently she's awesome because Tito is a special guest, so she has to be doing something. Then they're going to have Tebi and the Miami Beach Senior Chorus. That's going to be a free event today, Salsa and Latin Music Festival. And that's today at 5 p.m. So anybody that wants to be dancing.
5 until what time?
I don't know, but when we get Tito on the phone, we'll get, because on the flyer it doesn't say.
Okay.
It says 73rd and Collins North Beach Band Shell. For more information, para la gente que necesitan información, 305-321-1087. 305-321-1087 para más información. Let that shit ride. Oh yeah, wah 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 wah. Do you know what song that is?
No.
Can you hear that? Escuchan eso. Wah 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 wah. I love that song. That is a original Mandingo music production. Do you know who came up with this?
Mandingo.
This is Junior Diaz with DJ Angel. This is a song called Dicen la Gente, the people say. And mind you, this is the instrumental to the song, but the whole song is how people talk about you, but they don't know about you. You know, so everybody talks, but what we're showing is a whole different thing. So this is one of my favorite tracks, a little reggae. So speaking of reggae, what do we want to talk about right now?
What do you want to talk about, Junior?
I have a lot to talk about. First of all, my condolences to the Wade family. I lost a very dear friend this week. And last week, cuando no estábamos cerrando el programa, we were talking about suicide. And it's actually very sad to say that this gentleman passed away from suicide. He tied a tie wrap to his neck and offed himself. I mean, and what happens in the community or when it comes to suicide is that I learned this through a young lady who's a nurse at the ER in Jackson Hospital, is that a person that attempts suicide once will try it again. It's almost 80-90% chance that they will try it again. And this was this gentleman's second time attempting it, and he succeeded. And it's a very sad thing to see this going on in the world, and not a lot of people talk about the effects of suicide and the symptoms that go into suicide. It's a very, very sad and it's a scary issue. But by people not providing information, unfortunately, nobody's knowing. You know, suicide, honestly, when you start having suicidal thoughts, it derives from sleep deprivation. It's from your body not producing enough serotonin.
It could be that, yeah.
It
could
is
be
that.
And actually, depression is a condition that is really highly associated with suicide.
Yeah.
And because depression isn't easily diagnosed, it's hard, and it's not easily treated either. People have to really seek treatment.
Right.
So that's why it's one of like the leading conditions that are associated with suicide, actually.
Right. And unfortunately, suicide. Estamos hablando de how do you say that in Spanish? Suicidio. Es que una cosa que pasa con eso es que uno de los síntomas o una de las cosas que hacen la gente que piense que this is an option is when they feel trapped. When a person feels trapped in a situation where they feel that they cannot get out of, they start having suicidal tendencies. A person that has depression obviously would be somebody that would be affected by that. What is the other? Somebody that finds himself in a situation where they can't change. You know, you become sick and you don't know what to do, or your husband passed away and you don't know what to do, or your loved one doesn't love you anymore, and a lot of people have committed suicide because of that. And it's sad to see folks trying to prove their love to folks by taking their own lives. And honestly, if you love me, you wouldn't do that.
Right.
You would stay here. How do you feel about that, Felipe?
No good.
No good?
It's no good. It all comes with, it starts with self-love, and you gotta love yourself. And then once you can love yourself, then you can share that love with others.
Right.
So I feel like there's people who might have, like you said, got trapped, got disconnected one way or another. Exactly.
Right. What do you think, Olga?
Very sad.
Yeah.
Sad when I see people doing this, and I personally have one friend in common that she threw herself out of the very tall building, and she was a promising designer and very young, 24. So those things start much earlier than we can catch it. So it's
to piggyback on what she said about the designer that she knows that had passed away. Really interesting fact. It said creativity, depression, and suicide have long been linked. So it says that it's no surprise that a lot of people who are creative individuals, they pretty much suffer from mental illness.
Lo que tú estás diciendo es que mucha gente que parecen de síntomas de suicidio es que son gente que son creativa.
Yeah, and in a lot of histories, creative people have committed suicide. when it comes to like writers, especially like Ernest Hemingway.
Okay.
A lot of them struggle with mental illnesses. So then and a lot of the writers also, they spoke, and it says it's a sign of somebody who might be at risk of committing suicide is if they talked about themselves in first person. And a lot of writers who have committed suicide in the past have spoke about themselves like in first person. So I wonder what kind of link that is with the whole situation with being creative, depression, and also suicide being all linked in some kind of way, I wonder. Because that can affect a lot of us, because I feel a lot of us are creative. Yeah. There's a lot of people who are out there, and I feel like maybe they just feel misunderstood in some way.
And disconnected in some way.
Yeah, you know?
Well, a lot of things that I've noticed that I've had a lot of people in my life. Well, not direct my family, but I've had friends and people associated with that have done this to themselves. And what happens to them is like what I've noticed is a similar pattern is that they lose track of what they love in their life. And like look for example, Robin Williams, world famous actor, funny guy. A lot of people looked up to him, but had no idea he was that way.
And they had no idea he was suffering from mental illnesses.
Yeah. So apparently it must have been something that has been a reoccurring thing in his entire life. But look at the path he went through. He was doing comedy. But there's something I've noticed.
Love and happiness and joy.
Right.
Yeah, he brought a lot of smiles to a lot of people and brightened everyone's day. But there's one thing, though, that I've noticed, though, me personally, like anytime he did a very serious role, it was very dark.
Right.
Like, when he did Insomnia, for example, like in that movie, it was really dark. And I'm thinking like, whoa, this is like a psyche section that only a true artist can touch, Like they always say, you can't love unless you're able to hate, which sucks. And that means like a lot of people that do that, they lose the love within themselves. And sometimes they just need someone to remind them. I'm sure that to him, like his daily thing was probably like his daughter Zelda. But you need that. You need that support. You need someone to show that love, that they appreciate you, because you lose that. And I've been fortunate, at least with me and like my family, we're very close. So none of us, even like when my parents divorced, for example, after like 33, 34 years being married. Wow. I tried my best to be there for my old man because like he needed me. He needed his brothers. He needed my grandfather, which passed away sadly before that happened. Thank God he wasn't there to see that.
For myself, I actually openly told everybody here, and I speak about it openly. I actually attempted suicide myself. I want to say last year. I threw myself in front of a car. I had lost my license for 13 years, my driver's license. And since I was a child, my thing was always, I loved cars, I loved traveling, and especially in the business that I'm in, you have to drive. And so I felt trapped because no matter how much I tried, I did my community hours, no matter what I did, it just seemed impossible. And then losing a relationship at the same time, and then also the lack of not having my children here. It was just many things of at once. But I will say that the main thing that pushed me there was feeling disconnected from everybody. I'm a very loving person, and I give honestly. I try honestly, and to not receive that back from the community, not receive that back from friends. I call people, hey, are you good? If you need something for your light bill, I'll help you if I'm able to. I'm that type of person, and to see everybody just worried about themselves and not worried about, hey, how's Junior doing? Or, you know what I'm saying? And being in this business, we have to show a front of, hey, everything is okay all the time, and seeing how people react on Facebook. Oh, you share too much information, and all this. And it's like, why can't I just be myself? Why can't I just be awesome? And so feeling like I had to be somebody else, and feeling that I wasn't going to get out of that, I just felt like it was the right thing. And the saddest part about that situation was when the lady was about to hit me with the vehicle, the face that she had was more of a concern for me as far as, why is this kid doing this? I landed on the roof of the car. I'm blessed. I'm truly, truly blessed, because when I jumped in front of that car, I said, I'm ready. And I feel as if an angel...
You just gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, I feel as if an angel just grabbed me and lifted me and just put me on the roof of the car safely. Not a scratch, I walked away from that, not a bruise, not nothing. And it's I want to say I'm privileged to be here. And honestly, I will say in the it's kind of dark to say that, but I'd rather be honest. I kind of feel like I was trying to test the Lord, to test God, to see if you really want me here, prove it to me. And he proved it to me. I got my license back, which that right there is a headache relieved. I have the studio back. I got my friends back. I got everything that I felt that I never had or that was missing. I have that back in my life. And that's actually why you guys are here, because you guys have been a great inspiration. When I say that, I mean that to Mr. Felipe Blanco, because I follow him a lot on Facebook. And a lot of the stuff that he shares is positive, or everything you share.
Positive vibrations.
Positive.
Pushing love.
Camba. Camba's the type of person that if he doesn't hear from me in a week or two, he's calling me. Hey, are you good? Everything's cool. Hey, bro, I know you, bro. Are you all right? Even when I'm smiling, be like, no, everything's cool. He's like, bro, come on. You're like, I know you. Yeah. Candela has been nothing but sheer motivation for greatness. Because I know that you wouldn't want yourself to be influenced or be around negative or something that, when I look at you, I see you as somebody that wants to have a respectable career. So by having you there, you're setting a standard for what I want us to provide. And Miss Olga, when I see your art, it's awe-inspiring. It makes me feel like I'm not alone here in the world trying to do these things. In reality, yes, we're all in our own private sectors, but we're all here really trying, and that's why we're here at the show, trying to unify South Florida. First, we have to do it at home, but honestly, we're already speaking with St. Louis. We're going to be doing a big project in St. Louis to bring all the that community together, and so on and so forth. So it's like, not only are we going to help ourselves now, our home, but we're going to help other communities see what we're doing. And to me, it's a blessing, from trying to hurt myself. In reality, it's I don't want to say that I'm healed, but because I still feel that pain, but it's a blessing to see something positive come out of a negative situation. And I need to say thank you to you guys, first of all, to indirectly motivate me and keep me out of those dark clouds. That's something that's very serious, and it's very scary, and it's sad. It's sad to see people feel alone like that when there's so much love to give. There's so much we can do for each other. It doesn't take money to call somebody and say, oye, how you doing? You want to go grab a sandwich, or hey, I'm cooking. You want to come over for a plate of food, or just to help each other, But I think we all can do something more to continue to just help.
I like to say that we all rise by lifting others.
Oh, of course.
So we rise by lifting others.
That's cool. We have some other stuff going on. I actually wanted to give the great news that we're actually what do we call them? Submissions. I'm taking submissions. We have an event happening in South Florida. We have another event happening in Puerto Rico. We have another event happening in the Treasure Coast. So any artist that is listening to us, cualquier artista que nos esté escuchando en este momento, por favor, si quieren participar en un evento that we're about to have, nos pueden mandar su EPK, which is your music, tus fotos, your links. Mándalo a SoFlo Show, SOFLO show @gmail.com, and we'll go through it. And if it's somebody that works with what we're trying to do and their vibe is right, we'll invite them to come and join us on these paid gigs. We have a tour to Puerto Rico that's coming up. We have Piña Colada that's going to happen in March. We got Calle Ocho happening in March. We got the Toys for Tots happening in December. We have Noche Buena, which is the night before Christmas. We're going to be and we actually have an event called the night before Christmas Eve.
Nice.
So we're going to be busy in December, and we have, drum roll, we have a new studio. Yay. We move in December 1st.
Awesome.
No, we open, December 1st. And I don't want to release where right now. Pero para la gente que...
To be announced.
Yeah, it's to be announced. Pero nos han dado una oportunidad para tener un estudio super beautiful in a super beautiful city with super beautiful people and great vibes. And honestly, I feel like $1 million walking in there. And I know it's not costing me $1 million, but it feels like it. And as long as it feels like it, I'm okay with it. So we're gonna go to some music, right? We're gonna go to some music, right?
Go to some music.
And
Something
then,
uplifting.
Yeah, right. Let's get out of that funk. Let's see what we got here. What do I got?
So while we do that, I want to challenge what Junior said earlier when we had the beginning discussion about suicide. I feel it's a myth that 85% of people who have tried to commit suicide will do it again. I challenge that. I'm going to research and see what is the truth.
I'm just going, mind you, I'm going off of a number off the top of my head, but also it's from speaking to an ER nurse at Jackson Hospital. And she has dealt with this on a daily basis where she actually had a patient jump out of a window. And after they tried to commit suicide, they didn't succeed, and then now they're jumping out of a window.
Right.
It's a very serious issue. It's crazy, but in reality, it's not crazy. It's an emotional issue that's going on, and I think we as a family owe it to each other to find out what's going on because
and pay attention because people don't show signs typically, and they're not gonna. Sometimes they don't tell you, so it's just important to just be attentive to the ones that are around you and make sure everyone's okay because you'd want to be asked if you're having a bad day, having a bad time. You don't want to bring your burden on somebody, but to be asked and to talk about it, it's good. So just keep your eyes open, and we'll go to some music now.
Let's go to some music.
I had to just do that little note really quick.
So I don't know what more uplifting music to do than David Chatlin. You remember David Chatlin?
Oh, David Chatlin, yes.
So we're gonna go with Orchestre Tropical. This guy's from Haiti. Música haitiana, tropical, little
Spanish.
Compa. Compa sound. So let's go into some compa sound. I'm a real boy. You gotta wait. We got a phone call, don't we? Tenemos una llamada. Can we answer this phone call real quick? Hello?
Hello.
Chickadee China the Chinese chicken?
How you doing, buddy?
I love you, man. How you doing? We got Aaron Barnes on the phone. Aplauso. Ah! Hey, what's
How
up,
you
Mr.
doing?
Barnes?
Very good.
Are you ready to get high?
Too late there.
So, you have some, you want to talk to us about something, man, don't you?
You know, we have the elections coming up Tuesday. It's a big day.
Okay.
We have Amendment 2 on the ballot.
Las
It's hard to
elecciones
get it
el
there.
martes. Ajá.
You know, we'd like to get this thing passed. There's a lot of people out there who are hurt. There's a lot of people out there who could use this. You know, we have cancer patients. We have epilepsy patients. We have Parkinson's patients. Lots of people out there. You know, we fought really hard for the last 4 years. And so
It's about
we'd like
time,
to see
right?
this come to fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were actually just talking about depression and suicide. And if we think about it, pod actually might help. I mean, I don't know how people view it because it's a dark situation. But what are your vision? You know, what is your opinion about that pod and people who are suffering from depression and stuff like that?
Truthfully, you know, I was reading a story recently about a person who was talking about the first time they spoke, that it was more of a religious experience to them, that it opened them up to a spiritual world, you know, not to say like a defined religion, but
Right.
just a spirituality, you know, of everything. And that helped them to realize that maybe you're not alone in that feeling,
Right.
you know. So, you know, anecdotally, it's possible. You know, I don't have any firm research to go on, but
Right. And who is the person that's behind all this leading research that's coming back from cannabis and its effects and stuff like that?
Dr. Carl Hart does a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of studies he's done to show that it doesn't negatively affect the brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they took that study and looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
It was originally composed of 10 chimpanzees that were force-fed gas masks. So by depriving them of oxygen, killing their brain cells, they manipulated the study to show that cannabis killed brain cells, and
Wow.
he disproved that theory.
Wow. Oh, so that's the guy that actually did that? I remember hearing about
Yeah.
that research a long time ago. It was actually a myth for a while, and then it was confirmed that the way that they tested this cannabis on monkeys was by depriving them of oxygen and stuff like that. So I'm happy to hear that
Yeah.
that was disproven.
Yeah. So, you know, there's lots of good studies out there. Unfortunately, I don't have the material showing me to give it to you.
Right. Well, what do you think of? Oh my Lord, where was it going? Oh, what do you expect to get out of the legalization of cannabis here in Florida? What would you like to see happen, or what do you think the goals of the organizers that are behind this movement are trying to do?
You know, help the patients realistically. You know, there's no reason government should come between you and your doctor and what's good for you and your health. I mean, if you're a cancer patient and they say this thing can help you, but it's illegal, I mean,
Right.
that's just wrong. That's, you know, and you know, our forefathers wrote the laws so they could be changed. You know,
Wasn't the Constitution written on hemp paper?
Yes, it is actually. Thomas Jefferson was a large hemp farmer. So was George Washington.
So, para la gente, let me translate that in Spanish. I just want to make sure everybody knows it. Para la gente que nos están escuchando, nosotros estamos hablando del tema de Yes on 2, la propuesta que está puesta en el ballot para legalizar lo que es el consumo de marihuana para formas médicos. Entonces, estamos hablando que el Constitution, how do you say Constitution in Spanish? Constitución está escrita en papel de hemp, que hemp es un producto que derive del stem, el palo de la mata, que se, you know, so that's funny to know that our Constitution is written on hemp paper, and this is not something that's openly known.
Well, no, hemp is like one of the greatest sources of fiber, and anything made out of plastic can be made from hemp, which is biodegradable.
Right.
I mean, you're talking water bottles, trash bags, all these things that
Right.
sit in landfills that,
Right.
you know, Why? When
Right.
we can do so much more, and so much better. Imagine the industry that would bring back to the state.
Henry Ford. Sorry to cut you off. Henry Ford produced a vehicle made out of hemp. If you guys didn't know
Yes, he
that.
did.
And I believe we went to war, and then when we went to war, everybody's focus was at war, and then when we came back, it was banned. So any production that he had with hemp itself, he had to basically get rid of it.
Yes. Actually, during World War II, we were encouraged to grow hemp for rope for ships.
Wow. So I don't know, man. Like I'm ready for this change. I want to make it clear though that the fact of cannabis being legalized, I don't think people understand the severity of its purpose, the growth in the financial industry that we could have, as well as the effect that it would have on the people, how many jobs it would create. I mean, there's so many endless possibilities, and we've been looking for a new industry. We had the steel industry when the steel was doing its thing. We had the technological industry, and now we're here where we're looking for herbs. A simple herb to save and to help us from,
It just it baffles me because we're looking for other sources of, let's say, medication. I just don't understand how prescription drugs have an upper hand over an herb.
Right.
Because honestly, what it does to your body, two different things,
Right.
And
Absolutely.
the results of consuming certain things, it's just like, a prescription drug is completely different. And it's just, I feel it's way more harmful.
Right. Well, I'm sorry to cut this short, guys, but I just realized we have to go into commercial break.
All right.
So, Aaron, any last word you want to say before we go?
Hey, just get out there and vote on Tuesday. It's the most important thing you can do.
Cool. Well, get out there and vote, guys. We'll be back for the
Exercise your
second
rights,
hour
guys.
of the Soul Flow Show.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron. Love you, broski.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Radio Miami 1450, con la mejor programación de fin de semana. Escuche la variedad de los sábados y los domingos y corra la voz. En Radio Miami 1450 hay de todo y para todos.
A continuación, el Minuto Legal con la doctora Roseni Burgos.
La decisión de contratar a un abogado es muy importante. Asegúrese que el profesional que usted contrata, primero, lo entienda, segundo, sea de su confianza y tercero, le resuelva su problema. Si se siente confundido a la hora de consultar a un profesional para cualquier materia legal, llámeme.
Para contacto con la doctora Roseni Burgos, llamar al 305-392-7475. 305-392-7475.
Instant Auto Partner. Somos tu mejor opción antes de comprar cualquier vehículo. Comunícate con nosotros cuando quieras comprar tu vehículo. Estaremos disponibles para ti. Visite nuestro sitio web www.instantautopartners.com o llame al 786-534-4405.
Yo sé que hay muchos periódicos, revistas, opciones, alternativas. Soy Leonel Peña, te saludo para invitarte a que vea el periódico que yo dirijo, que produzco. Tiene cosas particulares y originales. Se llama rdmiami.com. rdmiami.com. Es un medio alternativo. Tengo el presentimiento de que te va a gustar. Periódico digital rdmiami.com. Dale una miradita desde tu celular, tableta o computadora, www.rdmiami.com. Gracias.
Ok. 1, 2.
Los sábados de 4 a 6 de la tarde son de
Fiesta dominicana, esta fiesta.
José Alberto Matías, Johnny Fris Romero, Amado Diloné y Juan Gilberto Romero, Candy con K. Música, noticias, deportes, farándula, política y mucho más con Fiesta Dominicana. Los Caballos de Radio Miami.
Sábados de 4 a 6 de la tarde por Radio Miami 1450 AM, la estación de nosotros.
Ok.
Escuche cada domingo a las 9 de la mañana. Así es Nicaragua.
WOCN 1450 AM,
Miami.
24 horas a tu lado. Somos Radio Miami 1450 AM, la estación de nosotros.
En noviembre, Radio Miami 1450 tiene más oyentes que el mes pasado.
Yes. Y aquí, si están viendo en TV Land, en Facebook, también lo pueden ver por Radio TV Miami.com, que pueden ver los videos. Aquí estamos enseñando en este momento las fotos de Kikimora Studios. Kikimora, do you want to talk about these displays of art that we're showing right now on the screen?
Okay, this one I call gum. My mom named it. At first I made it, I didn't know how to call it. Basically two people stretching the fabric in between each other, making different shapes.
Wow.
This is a combination of different fun characters that act like mimes, basically. I call them abstract mime.
I love this piece
This
right
is a
here.
live statues, and they also interactive performers.
I would love to have this at one of our next events.
Yes.
This is beautiful.
This is my craft. I'm doing fire. I learned fire 15 years ago in Thailand, and I'm doing, since then, perfecting
That
it
is
as much
just
as I can.
beautiful. And this is you right
This is-
here.
this is all
Ella
me.
está enseñando fotos de ella jugando con fuego y diferentes trajes.
Yeah.
This girl's on fire.
Seriously.
Fire is my element for sure. This is the two twins. It's the beginning of my career 5 years ago, 2010. I call them twins.
Beautiful. This one, what do you call this?
I
This
call
is
this
beautiful.
crocodile lady. That's the only thing.
Was that
This one, no, it was in Sushi Samba,
I
where
feel
I
like I've
worked
seen
for
that
5
before.
years. Yeah, I did that at Mention as well. This
Okay,
is
that
me
might
as
have been
fire.
when I was there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fire,
This is
fire.
just beautiful. You're just beautiful all the way around.
Thank you
like
so
your work, your
Well, I do embrace femininity, and I mostly work with the females and empower them to encourage them actually to embrace their feminine sides and more of the working with the body than with the face.
Girl power, I love it.
Yes, girl power for sure.
And it's called Kikimora Studios. Where can people reach you? Can they see you on Instagram? Where do people find you?
Yes, Facebook, Instagram. I have website out on Kikimora Studio. You Google it, you find it all what you need to find.
Right? Facebook, Kikimora Studio.
Google it, yeah.
How is it spelled? Well, actually, I know there's
K-I-K-I.
But in case if you're just
Look at
listening.
this. The peacock. What is that called? That's the peacock one?
Peacock was inspired. I had a client who asked, do you have anything peacock colors? And it's like, oh, wait a minute, I don't have, but I do like that theme. So I made one character and the second one came out.
Look at this art. So
This is,
beautiful.
again, this is one of the first one, and
Look at
this
that.
is one of the
love
last
it.
one I
It's
made.
so beautiful. Ella está enseñando ahora una foto. Está
So yeah,
enseñando
if the
foto de-
peacock
de
took me
traje
about
de ella.
5 months to make. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm calling you
this
for
is
Halloween
all vintage
next
flowers
year.
that was stored in my boyfriend's house. That's belonged to his mother. It's all vintage, 25 years old flowers that I put up on the costume. I got lucky to find boxes and boxes of that.
Wow, this is just beautiful artwork that you
Thank
you
you.
have.
And then silver, back to silver. Yeah, I like one color. I like to have like very stoic and statue-like look for just to exist in that specific character,
Yeah, what I like about the silver thing with me is when it comes to Christmas, I love silver and gold on my trees.
I just like Christmas, period. I'm actually happy to get into Christmas season. I'm ready for Christmas already. Christmas
what I look
spirit,
forward to.
love, good people. Speaking of good people, Leandro, the photographer of the celebrities, just walked in.
Photography of the stars.
Excuse me, sorry.
Right,
What
right.
is the name of the company again?
Time Signature Media.
Time Signature Media. So for folks looking for a photographer, you guys can look up on Facebook, type Time Signature Media. You can also look on the SoFlo show, and you'll see his work there. And actually, his work is pretty much everywhere. He does a lot of private events. He does a lot of corporate gigs. He helped us with Calle Ocho. I mean, he's everywhere. So you guys make sure that you find him, Leandro, and it's Time Signature Media.
Time Signature
Media. Kikimora, I know you have to go, but thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I am grateful to display your artwork and your creativity on the air, and it's a pleasure and a privilege to have you here all to myself.
Thank you. It is an honor.
We all got
Look at Candela. Candela's taking her away
She
from
wants
me.
to hug the girl.
She's moving in.
I'm so jelly.
I think she found a roommate.
Oh, shut up.
Well, I do have one question before you do get out. Before you step out here and deprive us of your presence.
Okay.
The Kikimora name. Why the Kikimora name?
It's a good question. Yes, thank you for asking. First, Kikimora is Eastern European spirit that, if you Google Kikimora, you will see what does it mean. But when I was a child, my mom called me as a nickname, you Kikimora, when I start acting certain way, like more like a clownish, more like a mischievous type of thing. So she's like, you little Kikimora. So, and I remember that when the time came to perform, and it was 10 years ago in America when I started to perform more solo acts, and people were asking, what's your stage name? And I was like, I don't know. And Kikimora, and then this just went on and on and on until I got the company. And then again, you have to open a company because I have clients who keep asking me, do you have paperwork or anything? Right. So I have to go open a company. What's the name? And I was like, Kikimora, the first thing. Kikimora. And the studio came later. So.
And before you go, you actually have a clothing line.
Yeah,
Kikimora Fashion?
Yeah, Kikimora Fashion. Yeah, there's like a sister company that goes on the Kikimora Studio. Soon I'm going to be opening another Kikimora Art, which is another division, is going to go a little bit another direction. The fashion, I felt like those simple bodysuit, it's actually hard to find anywhere.
And they're beautiful,
they do have to make a custom because our body is all different. And when it's that tight to your body, even that it stretches, it still stretches differently on everybody. So
yeah, I don't think I could fit any of those outfits.
I can custom make one for you.
She can.
Well, maybe you look pretty good.
So you make outfits.
Yeah, I make outfits to support my costume passion to make more elaborate costumes, and it's also helped me to pay my bills and everywhere else. So basically, I do have two businesses that support each other.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for asking all these questions.
Yeah, I hope to have you involved in some of our upcoming events. We have a lot of great stuff, so it would be you would just be a great accent to what's happening.
That would be my pleasure.
Oh yeah,
I love being
honored. Honestly, it would be just our honor just to have such a beautiful person working with us. And so let's go to some music. We got some music here somewhere. I don't know who we got.
We need some jams. We need some.
Like, hey baby, how you doing?
We need some deep.
Ooh.
Let's go into some bachata.
Jams.
Some bachata.
Wait, bachata's not deep.
Face in the face. Nah, but it's some funky stuff. It's some cool music,
some
man.
groove.
You doubted my
They have a
DJ
little
skills.
soul.
What are you doing? I'm gonna go play some fuego. Since we got Candela in
this-
here, I'm gonna play some fuego.
Kikimora, not a Kikimora.
Speaking of Kikimora, you know that my daughter's name is Kitana and her nickname is Kiki. So that's actually, I told you that when we first met. So yeah,
Just to start with
saludo,
the Mandingo connection.
saludo to Kiki who's in Havana, Cuba. God dang it, baby girl, I miss you and I'm dying for you to get home. I'm gonna go with some fuego.
Se me nota que ando viajando. Se me nota que estaba quemando. Se te nota que te está gustando. Se te nota que tú le estás llegando. Me dan ganas de tirar dinero todo por la ventana. Me dan ganas de explotar botella con toda la manada. Me dan ganas de llevarme esa jevita pa' mi cama. Me dan ganas de llevarme esa jevita pa' mi cama. Se nota que quiero ganar. Cuando me escuchas en California estoy ganando pero quiero más. Por apariencia quiero la moña. Háblame de efectivo nomás. El cariño para todos los que me apoyan. Yo tengo los códigos. Y yo vine agresivo. Y yo nunca escribo. Se me nota que ando viajando. Se me nota que estaba quemando. Se te nota que te está gustando. Se te nota que tú le estás llegando. Me dan ganas de tirar dinero todo por la ventana. Me dan ganas de explotar botella con toda la manada. Me dan ganas de llevarme esa jevita pa' mi cama. Me dan ganas de llevarme esa jevita pa' mi cama. Yeah, que se me pone bellaca. Cuando ella ve sus millones, 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 millones. Solo de 100 en mi paca. Y me la paso de avión en avión, en avión, en avión, en aviones. Y no uso vaina barata. Solo dicen fuego se pasa. Oye mami, ¿qué te pasa? Tú nunca has visto esta grasa. Tan buena la tipa que está. Ella me dice que quiere amores, mami, pero esa vaina no está. Yo tengo par de ideas mejores, ese cuerpo es de calidad. Quiero ver tu versatilidad. Quiero que me haga maldad. Que en la cama me haga maldad. Si hice mi sueño realidad. Puedo hacer tu sueño realidad. Se me nota que ando viajando. Se me nota que estaba quemando. Se te nota que te está gustando. Se te nota que tú le estás llegando. Se me nota que ando viajando. Se me nota que estaba quemando. Se te nota que te está gustando. Se te nota que tú le estás llegando. Se me nota que, se me nota que, se te nota que, ey, se te nota, yeah. Se me nota que, se me nota que, se te nota que, se te nota, yeah. Fatboy, Sango, yeah. La Latino gang, eh.
Y'all need to be killed. My shit is
Whoa. I'm still on Halloween. Todavía estoy en Halloween. Es que todos los días. So, para la gente que quieren un poquito lo que era esta noche, estamos promoviendo un evento que Tito Puente Jr. está participando hoy en North Beach on 73rd and Collins, la 73 y Collins en North Beach Band Show, un evento gratis que se está dando ahí. North Beach Salsa and Latin Music Fest, the third. So it's the third one. And you're going to have Tito Puente Jr. and Melina Almodovar. I just don't want to butcher it. She's going to be there. I'm not familiar with the name, but I guess it's worth checking out. You know, she's obviously participating with Tito. She must be dope. And I mentioned her name earlier to somebody, and they were like, oh, you know, like they were talking pretty grand about her. So I got to do my research and find out who she is.
Alina Maldovar.
Yeah. Y ese evento se va a estar dando de gratis en la playa hoy. Y empieza a las 5 de la tarde. I'm actually waiting for Tito to give us a call. And, so we talked about that. Let's talk about Felipe Blanco.
Mr. Felipe.
Felipe Blanco, the man of the hour.
Come right up.
So last week when I was talking about you coming onto the show, don't get mad at me, okay? I was like, when I was trying to describe your Facebook photo, I was like, when you find Jesus, you know that it's him. So what's up with the getup, man?
Yeshua.
A lot of people have been calling me Ginger Jesus.
Jesus, I like that.
The depiction of Jesus,
right? So talk to me about yourself. Talk to me. What are you doing with the community? Let's focus now. Now that we can sit here and focus on you, talk to me about yourself.
Nice. Well, I've been in South Florida now for about 5 years.
Right.
First 3 years, I didn't meet a lot of people. Just wasn't getting into all the scenes.
Mm-hmm. And where were you living at predominantly?
Well, first 2 years I was in South Beach.
Oh, okay.
Then I did a year and a half in Miami Lakes.
Okay. Oh, I love Miami Lakes. It's a
And
beautiful
then
place
I
to
did
live.
a year in North Miami, and like Miami Beach area.
Cool.
So.
And so we actually met through Facebook.
Yep.
And we've been following each other for a minute. As I said earlier, he mainly focuses on positive movement. Él normalmente se enfoca en cosas positivas en la comunidad. Enfoca.
Enfoque sea.
You know, lo que sea.
Y mayormente el señor Felipe trabaja en eventos que son, or you don't work in the events, you run them, or do you promote, or how does that work?
What do you?
Well, the VibeTribe's something I started.
Okay.
And so yeah, I'm the event administrator, creator.
And talk to me about VibeTribe. How long has it been going? What is it for people that don't know?
It was started off as something different at my place, a little bit more ceremonial, spiritual, holding prayer,
Cool.
water ceremony, open heart around the fire was the big thing. People just opening up their heart and sharing around the fire, and that was really amazing. Like people would like really open up childhood stuff, talking about having that support earlier in the show, and people just like crying, like getting out childhood drama, like all that good stuff. But it went from like 12 people to 5 people overnight, and this is all in my backyard, and I'm like, wow.
No, that is awesome.
So I pushed it onto the beach, and then and when it went to the beach, it changed and became less ceremonial, but even though the ceremony wasn't there, it was all great vibes.
Yeah,
Everyone
it was still positive. It was still a good
positive.
environment.
Everyone wanted to come together and share this space. And
Is this permitted by the police in the area? How does that work?
No. We just the best things in life you just got to do, and
they don't mess with you guys at all.
For the most part, we've been there. We've been on the beach since July 2015, so we're over a year now. And in that time, we've probably only been kicked off maybe 5 times.
And I mean, if anybody would expect the situation to happen, what is it? What excuse are they giving you as far as?
They just say the
the
beach is closed from midnight to 5, and
right. So they're not giving you any specific detail.
Yeah, and sometimes they have actually seen us and let us stay there.
Right.
I just wanted us to put the fire out.
Right.
And that's the thing, and that's the whole thing I love is having all the elements. You know, because being on the beach, you know, we got the earth, we got the breeze, we got the water,
the sand on your toes.
The sand, yes, and the fire, and then we all come together.
The twinkle in your eye.
What I ask people to bring is respect.
Right.
And positive vibes, respect.
Yeah. And you guys are practically not snitching on yourselves, but you're policing yourselves, where everybody's just kind of vibing, respecting each other's space.
Yes, I definitely drive in the respect issue, and I also drive in that it's not a party. And I'm not saying that we don't have fun as if you're at a party or whatever, but the intent is different.
Right.
It's like recognize that this is sacred land.
Right.
Recognize that we're all brothers and sisters.
Right.
Let's come together and create great vibrations,
Right.
whether it's through conversation or through music.
We got a phone call. Speaking of brothers, he's not my blood brother, but I love him just as equal. Mandy Lowe, which is actually one of the first SoFlo artists that participated, and I actually met him in South Beach. Mandy, are you there?
Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
Man, I love you so much, man. How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. You know how it goes, working. You know how it is.
So, Mandy, we're here with Felipe Blanco on the show, and we're talking about the vibe in South Beach and everything. And me and you actually met in South Beach, right?
Yes, sir.
Where you at right now, man?
So what
I'm
situation?
in Brooklyn.
You in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
That's not SoFlo.
Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn
Shout out.
Brooklyn in the house.
Shout out to
all my
everybody
family
in New
in
York.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, man. Shout out
Made
to
in
NYC.
Brooklyn.
But we're over here talking about good vibes, man, and brothers, man. And I wanted to say, first of all, how much I love you, man. And Mandy's the type of guy that he's about his kids, man. If you ever meet this guy, you're gonna trip out because he's all tatted up, all New York swag, G'd out. But when he talks, it's about his kids and his family, man. And I wanted you to call because I wanted you to spit some bars, man. You got them ready for us?
Yeah, I got some bars ready for you, man.
Got them ready for us, man.
He wants to do it straight up a cappella.
Yeah.
So this is just to show some of the people that we work with, that are just because we don't put them on Front Street don't mean we don't got the squad. And anytime we do a show, we always encourage people to do freestyles, and you would be surprised how many supposedly big artists are afraid of going on a mic on freestyle. Yep. So Mandy, go ahead and make me proud, man.
I got you, brother. It's something real quick for y'all, right?
Do it.
Check this out. I said, yo, it's more than a gimmick. It's more than a book of rhymes. It's more than a dude ever scared to do a lick of crime. And in the nick of time, I serve off to any fiend and do anything for the cream by any means. Apply more pressure. Pressure bust pipes. I'm walking through the dark just hoping to see the light. I should have been the lefty because I never get it right. It was either doing this or selling products for the pipe. Don't believe the hype. That I hype just a gimmick. We raised in the ghetto. That's a tough place to live in. Made my decisions. Going with my visions. Read between the lines if you listen. I even do shows for the prisons. If the prisons don't listen, ask God to forgive them and continue with my mission. So this is that gangster.
Yow.
Yeah, that's a little sunshine. I got one more for y'all.
Go ahead. Spit it real quick. Spit it real quick, boy.
Drill it.
All right, one more time. Check it out. I said, yo, you can catch me on the block, all in black with a pack, hustling pop. Nah. Man, that's a lie. I be busting my butt, man, with a 9 to 5, because I got to do it right. Can't afford to spend the night. Behind bars, got my kids, and they need me in their life. Even though the way it's going now, man, I'm feeling tight, because I'm trying my best to do right, but it's light. Right and cutting it. Got me on some effort. Stuck with a 40 sticking dudes where they duck is quick. Forget trying to hustle. I wait for dudes to hustle it. Run up on them when they done and catch them while they cuffing it. Turn my back, walk away stunting like it's nothing, kid, because most of these so-called gangsters just be fronting, dig? And to be honest, I try to do it honestly, but honestly is obviously honesty led to robbery. None of us not a job for me. With people looking down at me, talking to me retardedly, treating me like I'm garbage, B, until I flip out and demolish me. A sorry individual for sleeping on me knowledgely. It just ain't worth it for $12 an hour, B. Coming home stressed out, crying in the shower seat, hoping one day that my kids don't acknowledge me, with tears running down my cheeks. Forget it, rather run the streets as the rapper blazing, who rapper me's and leaving rappers with a look like their moms is called a masturbating. Don't give a damn what you bastards saying. The way I spit fire, you can call it rap for Satan. Hip-hop has got a bunch of who's faking, always on the mic yapping about the cash they making, like they on the ad, son, really shaking, and I ain't gonna give y'all no more.
Wow. That was pretty smooth. That's like wiping your booty with a baby seal. That's how smooth that was.
Just so y'all know, that's Mondi Low. And the funny thing about Mondi Low has worked on a couple tracks that we have one of them like out. We don't even promote it, and it gets a lot of love. But Mondi's straight up behind the scenes. Like we don't put him out there until we're ready to. And Mondi, bro, I love the energy. I love the positivity. I gotta ask, man, how them babies doing?
They good, man. They getting big. You know how it goes. You know, they getting big. Time flying, making me feel old. But, you know, I want to say thank you, brother, for doing this for me, man. You know, getting my thing out there real quick.
You know
I'm
your
happy
family,
for what
man.
You're doing, you know?
And I'm just dying for you to come back over here so we can start cooking for you again, man.
Yeah, well, you know, soon, man, soon. When I go out there, I'm going out there with at least 3 albums ready to record, man. Trust me.
Fuego. Well, we got
Fire.
the studio ready
All
for you,
fire.
bro. We got everything ready for you. Just come down and we'll take care of business, man.
No doubt. I want to give a shout out to all my peoples out there in Miami, yo. Y'all keep your head up.
Thank you, man.
Mean, Chico V, Junior Diaz, all of y'all. Y'all stay up. You heard, brother?
Thank you, man. We love you, man.
No doubt. Love you too, man.
All right. Thank you for calling, guys.
So yeah, man, this
That's
is
a good
beautiful.
rhyme.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
I was about to start beatboxing.
I could try. I could try.
Algo está pasando entre tú y yo. Parece Cupido nos flechó. Tu mirada y la mía solo dicen fantasías. Cuando tú me hablas me motivas. Siento toda tu energía que se envuelve entre los dos. Solo cuando estamos tú y yo. Yo solo quiero tener todo de ti, mi amor. I just want you a little closer. Tú tienes tiki-taka, que me pone tiki-taka, Ya no hay conversación, esto ya se acabó. Hubo tanto dolor entre tú y yo. Ya no hablamos de amor y de qué nos valió. Si hubo tanto dolor entre tú y yo. Ya yo sé que tienes un nuevo amor que tiene tu corazón, pero prefiero no saber si no soy yo. Y me pregunto por qué no te olvidé y de mi vida te saqué. Como todo el tiempo lo hiciste tú. No quiero saber lo que te vas a poner, lo que va a suceder cuando yo no esté. Pierdo el control porque fue una traición. Jugaste conmigo, solo fue una obsesión. Ya no hay conversación, esto ya se acabó. Hubo tanto dolor entre tú y yo. Ya no hablamos de amor y de qué nos valió. Si hubo tanto dolor entre tú y yo. Solo espero que encuentres un amor que te dé lo que te di yo. Por ti todo lo di, pero te perdí. Y no esperes que vaya por ti. Nunca quise dejarte ir, pero tengo miedo y no creo en ti. No quiero saber lo que te vas a poner, lo que va a suceder cuando yo no esté. Pierdo el control porque fue una traición. Jugaste conmigo y fue una obsesión. Ya no hay conversación, esto ya se acabó. Hubo tanto dolor entre tú y yo. Ya no hablamos de amor y de qué nos valió. Si hubo tanto dolor entre tú y yo. Ya yo sé que tienes un nuevo amor que tiene tu corazón. Prefiero no saber si no soy yo. Me pregunto lo que te vas a poner, lo que va a suceder cuando yo no esté. Ya no hay conversación, esto ya se acabó. Hubo tanto dolor entre tú y yo. Ya no hablamos de amor y de qué nos valió. Si hubo tanto dolor entre tú y yo. Ya no hay conversación.
All right, Camba, cut it out.
Soul
Sorry,
Flow.
sorry.
It's the Soul Flow show.
It was the Soul Flow show. I don't know what Camba did.
And you're tuned in with Candela.
And this is Mr. Junior Mandingo Man Diaz.
This is Camba.
And we have special guest, Mr. Felipe Blanco.
Yep.
And then we
Felipe.
have in the room right now he's looking odd. He's like with his hands in his pocket.
It looks like he's gonna go try to talk to a girl, you know.
The cameraman is here. Let's see. Let's show the camera.
Leandro.
Cameraman.
Hi, Leandro.
We got Leandro here.
Picture of the
photographer of the stars.
And it's Time Media. Wait.
Come on, Time Signature Media.
Listen, I'm Puerto
Help the
Rican.
guy.
I'm Puerto Rican and ADHD.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm gonna write that down so I don't get slapped. I do like it, but I forget it. But I like it because Time Signature Media. How does that sound?
It sounds good.
Sounds like a
That rolls
progressive
off
kinda
the
guy.
tongue,
Right.
right? Time Signature Media. And the thing is, his logo is so clean. Like, I look at stuff like that, like creativity-wise and business-wise. I could walk anywhere and be like, I got Time Signature Media with me. What? You know, like, it sounds big. And when you look at his photos and his work, it's big. Is there a phone number that people can reach you? 786-477-3525.
786-477-3525.
See, I couldn't have done that. My memory is too
Of course
short.
not.
But para la gente que necesitan un fotógrafo, que localicen al señor Leandro.
Leandrito.
Time Signature Media. También tenemos a
Camba over here.
with Bilbao Guitars.
Bilbao Guitars, Bilbao Instruments.
And what do you do?
Well, pretty much I'm the go-to guy when it comes to anything equipment-wise. Lighting, audio, guitars, basses. You need to customize, you need to sell it, you need to trade, you got to do something with it. Hit me up, you know. And if you also need a gearhead to come in and do a setup for you.
What about if you need to fix it?
I do it too.
You fix it too?
I do it
Okay.
too. I do it too.
Awesome.
And for myself, we do a lot of stuff, but we also we mainly do music engineering, music production, event coordinating. Nosotros producimos música, producimos eventos, producimos props for venues, lighting. I do audio, video installations and repairs, custom DJ booth, art cars for Burning Man, art cars for parades, just anything that you may need for a production, we do it, or we know who does it, and it's going to get done right the first time, and we're not money hungry. It's not about, making a gazillion dollars. It's about doing something positive.
It's about doing it right.
Just doing it right, but just honestly, it's to help people, bro. Honestly, that's all I really care about, bro. I don't care about, cashing in. I just want to help us all be better, and to help us help other people be better. So if you need any help with us, or listen to me, if you need any help with us, from us, if you need any help from us, call us. No, si necesita ayuda produciendo música, eventos, si quieren participar en algún evento, nos pueden contactar at 786-357-2598. Candela, let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
I do nothing but sit here and look pretty. I know.
No.
Jeez.
You do.
She drinks water. She
I don't
knows
do
how to
anything.
drink that water.
Yeah, but I just seen something in her eyes that I've never seen before.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
The sparkle.
There's a sparkle.
Look at the sparkle because I'm laughing so
The
hard I'm
twinkle in
crying.
your
Oh,
One light.
it's that one light. No, seriously.
As
Like,
the
you just
moon
looked
glistens
around
in the water.
and your eyes went
That's funny.
sparkly. So what do you do, Candela?
Well, I do a little bit of everything. I'm involved in TV production and music production. So with TV production, I shoot video, I edit videos, I assist and direct a show. When it comes to music, I edit. I also do mixing. I do make beats at times, but I'm more of like an editor.
Cool.
I'm more of an editor. I like to take something and make it sound better.
Well, actually, now you can add UMC as well.
And I do that.
Yeah,
of
she
course.
does too.
I
That.
MC.
See,
So
that's-
speaking of editing, I have here November 5th. That's today, right?
That is today.
We have Legalized
What's up,
Florida
Ron?
Chronic Launch Party. Free event. Where's this at? I
geez.
might have to go to this.
Did we miss it?
This is going to be at the Windward Yard. Windward.
29th Street.
This is actually presented to me by Leandro from Time Signature Media. And this is going down in Wynwood, the Wynwood Yard, from, where is it? Yes, on 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. So this is going to go on all night. Para la gente que están en Wynwood o quieren disfrutar de un evento, informing you about the Yes on 2 movement and stuff like that. Wow, DJ Laz, DJ Stevie J, DJ Effect, DJ Epps.
Wow, so they're all gonna be there. Okay.
DJ Kane.
How are we just now hearing about this?
Because we did talk about this like a week ago.
Oh, okay.
Did you say that's today?
That's
About
today.
a week
That's gonna be at the
ago.
Wynwood
It's
Yard.
happening tonight.
Free event, 21 plus. So I think
29th
What is this? I'm sorry.
Wynwood.
What time?
in Wynwood, 29th Street, 56 Northwest, 29th Street.
When?
Yard.
Hoy.
Today at
Este
what
evento
time?
hoy. It's a Yes on 2 legalized party. DJ Laz. I mean, I gotta go.
DJ Lázaro Mendez.
Yeah, man, we gotta go see that,
Himself.
bro. That's gonna be cool. And speaking of events today, we have Mr. Tito Puente Jr. on the phone.
Tito.
Hello.
Tito Puente.
Hello, señor Tito.
¿Cómo está mi gente?
Ahí, todo bien, Papo. Big love to you. I don't even know what to say, man.
Much
I love you so
love.
much, man.
Right.
How are you?
Good, man. Doing pretty good, Getting ready for tonight. I heard you guys, man, I want to go check that party out, too, that one in Wynwood. That's a good party.
You're 420 friendly? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
He loves the
okay.
love too.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. You know what? I have a concert tonight, and that's what I was calling you guys. Just wanted to inform you guys for the kids. I know that party's 21 up, but if you guys got some kids or some family that want to come out and perform it today over at the North Beach Band Shell over in North Miami, it's at 72nd and Collins Avenue. Ese para toda la gente. Es un salsa. I'm playing with Melina Almodivar, a bunch of other different acts. So it starts at about 7 o'clock.
So después, I'm gonna go to Wynwood.
And what are you going to be playing today? Can you give us a little idea of what you're going to be playing, what the people should expect?
Yeah, we got a full orchestra. It's going to be a live band.
Oh,
Plus
wow.
we have Fernando Fitness. He's going to do like a Zumba class. So we got the orchestra and the Zumba class. So everybody who wants to learn how to dance salsa, please come out today. It's free. It's open to the public. They have food vendors and food trucks and they got some things for the kids too. I think face painting and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
Salsa
cool.
Fest number 3. This is the 3rd annual Salsa Fest that they're doing on North Miami Beach, 72nd and College Avenue. Ese para toda la familia, gratis. They like that word, gratis.
Yeah, they like that word here in South Florida. Free.
Todo
Free.
None tastes better than free.
So, básicamente, un festival de salsa en North Beach, right? Y usted dijo, eso empieza a las 7.
Como le empieza a las 7, and it goes till about 7 to 9 because it's very family friendly and kid friendly.
Okay.
And then, of course, they're going to have salsa lessons at about 7 o'clock with Fernando. And then there's a couple of other artists. And then I'm coming out on stage with Melina Moldivar, un salsera, man, bien linda, great, la muñeca de la salsa. She has a full orchestra, and I'm going to be sitting in with her. And we're going to put Tito Puente classics, Oye Como Va, Ran Can Can.
Wow.
So come on out. It's
Nice.
going to be a great concert. I'm really excited about it. And then tomorrow I'm heading up to Melbourne, and I got some great concerts coming up. And by the way, I'm doing Ball and Chain next week. So if you guys can't make it tonight, come on out to Ball and Chain.
Oh, my God.
El
I'm going to have a
próximo
blast.
sábado.
Aren't
Yeah.
you? I seen
Yeah, man.
something on Facebook. You know, Facebook
Facebook?
tells on everybody. Facebook tell on everybody.
Facebook. Libro
cara.
Tomorrow, I'm Puerto Rican and I didn't even know this. And me and you should be ashamed because you didn't even tell me tampoco.
How do you know? Yeah, I was going to say, how you know I didn't know?
Tomorrow,
What don't I know
Tito,
about?
what are you doing tomorrow? Can you tell our listeners que tú estás haciendo mañana?
Bueno, mañana es un desfile de Puerto Rico allá en Melbourne, Florida. It's actually Palm Bay, Florida, and they're celebrating the Ponce de Leon and some other stuff. But I'll be the Grand Marshal of the Puerto Rican Parade in
So,
Melbourne, Florida. So
Puerto
if anybody's
Rican
going up
parade.
north.
Wow.
And we didn't even know this. How
we
Puerto
didn't
Rican
know.
are we? There's a Puerto Rican parade going on in somewhere in South Florida, and we
What
didn't
a
even know
shame.
You guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
Oh man. Well, Tito, I'm gonna go out there and check you out today. I'll be out there supporting
See
you.
you guys.
So it'd be a pleasure to
Gracias.
see you, man. And I have some stuff for you. So
Gracias.
we'll be talking about doing some stuff. Finally, we got these events rolling, and let's put it this way: Stuart is very is looking forward to seeing you there, bro. They want you there, and they love you. I was
Yes,
surprised when
that's
they heard your
amazing.
name. Their eyes were glistening, and they were all about it.
Yeah, they're fantastic up there. I love the family and the friends up there. And it's a great part of the state. And make sure you guys vote. Go out and vote this Tuesday. Don't forget that, okay?
Yes,
It's very
tell
important.
'em.
We got to
Yes.
vote.
Thank you, man.
Make your voice heard. Make your voice heard. Mi gente latino. Votan.
Yes.
Este es más importante.
Yeah, man.
Very true.
Thanks for having me on your show,
Yeah,
man. I
man.
love you guys. All right, I got to get the sound check, but I love
Dale,
you guys.
bro. Love you,
Dale
Tito.
saludos a your
Bye.
wife.
Kill it tonight. Kill it tonight.
Have fun. Wow. You know, that's awesome. We got Tito Puente Jr. calling us.
Uh-huh.
That is
He's all excited and everything.
Yeah, I love his I know,
It's
his
like a
energy.
kid in a candy
He's
store.
always awesome, bro.
I love it.
Anytime I've worked with that guy, he's always been humble and he's just been very warm and welcoming.
Absolutely.
And
Him and his wife, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're both sweet. Very
And
sweet people.
you know what's funny is that if you look on his Facebook page, this guy interacts with so many people, not just here in South, like globally.
Mm-hmm.
Tito Puente Jr. is an icon.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I know it derived, it came off of his father's name.
It's a long line of
But
lineage.
he has put on that crown and he has rocked it and he is doing great, beautiful
and
things.
humbly so, too.
The
Yeah,
prodigal
man.
prince.
Oh, yeah.
No, and it's humbling. He was even humble enough to say that he wasn't as good as his father and he could never fill those shoes in,
Right.
and that he's more focused about just being himself. And a lot of people, when they see Tito Puente Jr., they want to assume that he is his father, and he is not. That's why he's Junior.
I think that's a big thing
Well,
in the industry.
Big
Everyone, everyone always wants, if you have a popular celebrity parent,
it's true.
they always it's like you're in their shadow.
Right.
It's very, very true because look for example, at least Tito Puente Jr., he stands out on his own 2
Right.
feet. People know him as Tito Puente Jr. Now, like for example, an artist that I love, like Frank Zappa. Duizo Zappa, his son, lives in the shadows, sadly, and he's a really talented musician as well. He could make and create and make all this brilliant music and play it fluently. Even his father's music, which is very technical, is very complex to do. And he made a career out of playing his own father's music, which I would love to people just recognize Duizo himself as well, just like how they recognize Tito Puente Jr.
Right. That's That's great.
Well, I want to throw one left wing thing over here. I always
Yeah,
wanted
you
to
got
do
some
in the air.
microphone in front of you to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
don't you?
No, I just wanted to say something random. You know, for all my nerdy Doctor Who fans, remember, the 5th of November. That's all I gotta say on that one.
What is that? What is the 5th of November?
Oh, you gotta see Doctor Who in order to find out.
Man, I don't want to watch TV.
You gotta have to. You gotta have to.
Give
I
me
wanna play
homework.
music.
Give me
I'm sure
homework.
most of you
I
don't
want some
watch.
music.
Hey, you guys watch
TV
Doctor Who?
homework.
That's
Leandro,
the
you watch
day.
Doctor Who? Oh, dude, it's an awesome show.
Okay, but Doctor Who ain't pay me, so I don't want to talk about Doctor Who anymore.
It's
Let's
for your
talk-
own personal time.
Kikimora, I'll talk about Kikimora. She's
yeah.
beautiful. Like, just her personality, her aura, her artwork, everything that she does is just, it's amazing. And also Mr. Felipe Blanco's amazing.
Right, of course.
You're
I like,
amazing
I like
too.
the whole silver look.
You know
With the
it.
sparkle
I
in her
try, I
eye.
The
try.
The
sparkle.
twinkle in her eye.
The sparkle.
Oh,
And
God.
you
Flame in
just-
her
This,
desire.
this fluorescent lighting in your eye.
Actually, I think I know what it is. She wants a cookie.
Yeah. What?
Hey.
I read your mind. Yeah, this girl's thinking like, why don't you
Cookie.
get out of here and get some chocolate chip cookies right now.
Yeah.
A cookie.
I understood something else.
Yeah, I definitely thought he said something
I
else too.
thought he
But
said
I'll
a
take the
quickie.
I'll take the
Cookie.
cookie too.
But I'll
That's
take the
fine.
quickie. But the quickie to go get the cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a quick cookie.
Well, that's
Quick
Yeah,
cookie.
man.
get your cookie.
Fast
you know.
baking.
Oh man.
Man, it's been a pleasure to be on the
Today
radio
was
with
a
you
great
guys.
show. Yes, for sure. I had a
Para
great time with you
mi
guys.
latino, I'm sorry. Hoy te abandonamos un poquito. Tuvimos más enfocado hablando
Enfocado.
enfocado. Hablando un poquito más inglés porque los invitados nosotros normalmente son más fluent en English. Are you Spanish? No. So Felipe Blanco no es español. La señora Olga from Kazakhstan. That
Yes.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tampoco es fluente en español y yo sé que es el trabajo de nosotros traducir, pero es que honestamente estaba tan motivado y tan impresionado por la gente que tengo alrededor de mí que se me fue de la mente traducir. So I'm sorry, but
Perdón,
Es que somos
perdón.
internacionales.
yeah. We are international, you know that, right?
Yeah,
They can contact us on Radio TV Miami.com and watch us live there. They can watch us on Facebook. They can tune in to 1450 AM. I mean, like, we're doing it, man.
We're doing it to it.
We're doing it to it.
I wanted to throw out that for VibeTribe, we have a Facebook group, VibeTribe.
That is true.
One
thank you.
word.
Yeah. There we go.
And we meet every Friday, Surfside Beach, 79th and Collins, right where they do the full moon circles, 9-ish to sunrise.
Cool. And that's every week, right?
Every week,
Every
9
Friday.
p.m. to sunrise.
Every week.
Friday.
What can folks expect? Like, don't you have the photos from VibeTribe? They're in there. Look in the folder. It's gonna be under Felipe. It should be like 2 or 3 photos. Let's
What to
see if we can get
expect?
those
You come
photos.
out. It's you usually get a couple dozen people out there.
It's a feel good
bring,
time.
It's definitely a feel good time. Bring percussion instruments.
Okay. Is anybody with like a horn welcome? Like
Yeah.
something,
Anything
maracas?
like that stuff's welcome. I try to stay away from amps and speakers.
Yeah.
Because
Well, it's electrical.
it changes the energy out there. So
Right.
it's nice when it's more percussion.
Mm-hmm.
It can be horn. It can be flutes, harmonicas, whistles, drums.
So I could
you know.
technically walk in there with one of my acoustic guitars.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Last night, we were rocking out. We probably had about 5 or 6 acoustic guitars there.
Yeah, it's literally like a drum
And
circle. It's like
one guy had a
everybody-
clarinet, so
Yeah.
it's whatever.
With a drum circle, literally, it's just like each individual can bring their instrument and express themselves in a simultaneous way.
But it
like
also
with
too,
others.
it's not all just about music either. So it's just the good vibes,
Of
you
course.
know. And so we get fire spinners coming out there, doing their thing.
We should mention that to Olga.
get
She might show
people-
up
you get-
next time.
Yeah, we get
Christian Silver.
some people coming out, and they bring the curtain praise and
Okay.
and stuff. So everyone, there's so many different flavors, and it's Miami, So,
Right,
What
of
flavors?
course.
Does anyone actually bring food there?
yeah, we have one person who actually makes vegan treats every week.
Oh, that's neat. This
For
guy
someone.
loves
Right. I
vegan
love vegan
cookies.
He's like, I'm already there.
So wait, we didn't ask him. That's because Ricky's not here today. We didn't ask him the important question.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to?
Speaking of cookies,
Yeah, ask him.
what is your favorite cookie?
My favorite cookie, oatmeal raisin.
What is
Oatmeal
it?
raisin.
Yeah.
Those are good.
There's a
I
lot
forget
of
about those.
there's a couple different ones I want, but that's the healthiest one that I like. But
Mm.
other than that, I love the
cookie.
the Samoas, the Girl Scout Samoa ones or whatever, the coconut ones.
Okay, I know you're talking about that. What is it like?
And
Those are
double
dangerous.
stuffed
Oh, yeah.
Oreos.
Those are dangerous cookies. I mean, like poor Girl Scouts. You know, people are wondering like, why are these guys chasing these girls? It's not because of them. They want the cookies.
Give me my cookies.
Oh my God.
I remember when I used to work in a marriage. Every time they heard Girl Scout cookies, they start ready putting like deposits for it. I'm serious. One of these guys, he took out $100. It's like, hey, cookie time.
Yeah, people stock up on that.
Yeah, they do.
Don't mess around with their cookies.
Keebler's starting to make some of these Girl Scout cookies, though.
Taking the Keebler elves out of business.
Yep.
But Can you hear me here?
Yeah, we're going to talk about this microphone before we go.
Right, let's go ahead. Give us a little
talk about this microphone.
Microphone
all
101.
right. You know how we gradually been getting more in depth into the world of microphones. Right here, this microphone I'm holding, it's a Rode K2 made in Australia. Now, this microphone here is what you call a vacuum tube mic. Or some people here in La La Land, or like I call the internet. Well, I like to call it La La Land. It comes with this box, which is attached to it. This is to change.
What is that box for?
Well, this box here is to change the polarity of the microphone. Now, for polarities, it means like the direction and how it captures the ambience.
Okay.
Right now, I have it in, semi-directional, so it only captures what's in front of me, because when I turn it around, it sounds a little muffled. But I turn it back this way, now you hear me a lot brighter. This is for like a lot of studio applications. Sometimes you could use it on radio applications that we're doing right now.
Estamos hablando de un micrófono de la marca de Rode, que Camba está enseñando las diferentes funciones del micrófono y qué es lo que hace ese micrófono.
Sí, las polaridades.
La polaridad, ¿qué es la polaridad?
Básicamente la dirección de que capta el micrófono. A veces,
so what polar pattern do you have right now?
Right now I have a semi-directional, which is just capturing only
in the front.
Yeah, which they call the cardioid.
Okay, and what if you change it? Can we hear the difference?
Oh yeah, like right now I'm going to change it right in the air. Now this is going to capture in every single direction.
So then Omni
so it
then?
can still, it's Omni.
Mm-hmm. At that point, it would be more for an overhead, or for an ambience, or an overall.
Or if you're
drum
singing
circle.
with a duet and you only have
Someone
a microphone.
shows up with a laptop and one of these, it could capture the drum circle.
That would be actually. I've been wanting to do that. If maybe we'll talk with Felipe if he allows us to come on and
definitely
record those samples.
Hey,
Dude, we'd have. I've done it with my cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
but to actually sit there with an interface and record it
I've
properly.
done it. A bunch of people have done it on their cell phones, and they have actually come out really good.
Yeah.
But to actually have some good equipment come out.
Yeah,
I got a nice little mic collection. Maybe one day we shall do that.
And then what's the other polar pattern? There's one more that looks like an 8 laying on its side.
Yeah,
Infinity.
this one looks like an Infinity one. Actually, I've never really used that one. I'm guessing that will be for like a specific type of overhead. You know, if you want to capture more left and the right instead of what's in the front.
Right.
I guess like if you're having like two singers in one booth or something like that for sharing.
And what does that a mic like that run? ¿Cuánto sale un micrófono
Well,
así?
a mic like this, right now the prices have probably gone down to like $900. I remember when this first came out, it was about $1,200. Now this is one of those microphones that people don't look at anymore because like everyone's just used to only hearing the popular names or the cheaper costing microphones or anything.
Right.
I'm not saying that this is the top biggest highest end microphone.
No,
in the world.
pero ese micrófono you can have it modified.
You can have it modified
and
but
upgraded.
you don't need to modify it.
Right.
As you can hear it, mine's is just as natural as it comes.
Right.
And you're hearing a direct feed with nothing fancy added to it, no effects, no compression, nothing. It's just straight into it.
Straight raw.
The raw deal.
What we call a dry signal.
The dry signal, exactly.
Cuando digo dry, es la señal seca.
Sí, que no tiene nada que está influenciando la señal.
Una señal mojada ya es una señal con algún tipo de efecto, sea chorus, sea delay, sea reverb, any type
Los
of...
ecos y todo eso que se capta. Now, what people often misunderstand when it comes to microphones, you don't need to have an expensive microphone to sound good.
No, it's true.
This is not really expensive. I mean, for a microphone
what is it
of
run
the
again?
quality, so right now it's probably like between the $800, $900 range.
It's still an expensive mic.
It is a little costly.
But
I mean,
with those polar patterns, you can do more.
you could do anything. And actually, one of my favorite vocalists, he actually uses this microphone for all his recordings, which I was in shock when I first saw it. I was like, what?
Wow. And that what is that inside? Is that's a tube or?
Well, that's right there is the capsule, which is gold.
Right.
It's a gold capsule. It has that's why it conducts a little bit better.
Right, and that's what vibrates and allows the because by
that's
speaking
what
into a
turns-
microphone, it's a conversion from an audio frequency into a digital signal. That's what these microphones do. Eso es lo que hace un micrófono. Por nosotros hablar,
Creates energy.
el micrófono tiene un plato adentro que abre y cierra y
Y
vibrates.
capta la vibración, que lo convierte en
una
señal.
señal analog a una señal digital, que es ya lo que es cuando está conectado a a la caja mezcladora, y ahí es donde sale por el radio, y de ahí es que se convierte de nuevo con la bocina. Es otro what is it called? They have a word for what this does, the actual conversion. I want to say transistor or something. Well, speakers is another one of those things, because it transforms the sound from a wave, energetic wave, into an audio frequency.
Convierte la señal a un audio.
Right.
Y audio señal. I mean, eso es la ciencia, básicamente.
Yeah. So, Felipe, we got these photos. We found them.
Nice.
Vamos a mirar la foto de los eventos.
So this is the morning after. This is the sunrise.
So you guys actually stayed there the whole night?
Yes.
Oh, can we bring a tent?
till
Like, is it
sunset,
allowed to bring a tent,
the
or?
sun comes up.
There's people who brought tents before, but
Is that a dolphin?
But why set up a tent if you're not gonna sleep in it? I mean, whatever. I mean,
Well,
if
because you
that's
guys
what
stay up all night, or you guys?
Yeah, stay up all night.
Oh.
I mean,
okay.
there's people who want to stay for sunrise but can't, whatever, and
Right.
like, or can't stay awake the whole night, so
Right.
they'll nap a little bit. But it's whatever.
This is beautiful. Y eso es con el sol subiendo.
Look at that face.
Con congas, guitarra, un bajo. What type of
A stand-up bass.
A stand-up
Upright
bass. That is beautiful, man. I just imagine the sound, and you know what I love about this photo is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on this photo, and it's a candid photo, and 4 or 3 out of the 5 were smiling.
Yes, big smiles.
And it's big smile. And you got Felipe. Were you singing over there?
I don't know what I was doing.
Okay.
He's kind of crouched
It's
over.
it's candid, so I could have been singing.
Y esto es la mañana
sneezing.
después.
Talking,
So you
yelling.
guys go on Friday, right?
Yep.
Ellos llegan los viernes y se quedan en la playa participando en este evento.
No es un evento en este caso. Es
No,
una
right?
reunión.
Una reunión.
It's a reunion of love.
Like a community event,
Yes.
I guess, a reunion. And they play music all night.
Well, we're helping bring the unity back into the community.
And it's beautiful because
Unity back into the community.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's a nice little limerick going on there.
Yeah.
Like Dr.
So,
Seuss.
That is beautiful, man.
I have so many people coming up to me and just thanking me for starting this, and and I tell them I don't try to play a leader role at all.
Right.
Like I help hold the space. I'm like the glass that holds the water, but
Right.
but I'm not out there like leading the circles, telling people, hey, this time signature, we must do this, that. Like it's free flowing, and it's
Feel your way through it.
we're all creating this moment. So when people thank me for this moment, like, hey, I might have helped start it, but we're all creating this. It's not
Right.
just me. People aren't coming out here just to see me. Like we're
No,
coming
no,
out
no.
here.
This is not
to
about you. It's about
it's about
the
each other.
vibe. It's about the vibe tribe.
Yeah, and from my understanding of how I see things, it's self empowering. Like you come out there, you can be yourself. Connect. You connect with all your elements. Connect with your brothers and sisters. Connect with your talents. If you have a talent you want to share it. There's usually people who are amazed and are like, "Oh wow, show me that talent." I like to learn. So you get people learning how to fire spin, or I've been teaching some people how to drum. And I don't consider myself that great, but
former drummer.
But,
But
from another point of view, someone who never played, they're like, "Wow, you're amazing!
Right.
Can you show me some stuff?" And just to watch people learn and come together.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yes, and unity. Supporting each other. We're building family. We're building communities.
That's
It's
cool.
it's very awesome because what you're doing right there is you pretty much bringing what most people, which is actually a dream of mine. I would love to go one day, just go to Spain and go Andalucía, just hang out with the Gitanos over there and just jam with them.
Right.
Which you're recreating that over here in South Florida.
And I'm real big into free, like we were saying
Exactly.
earlier. So parking at that time is free. It's
Yeah.
free from 6 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Right. It's just a
I don't
humbling
charge for the
vibe
event.
to be
Yeah,
to be
so
around.
It's like we don't have to always go out and be consumers and have to spend money and have to dress up and be at
certain way at
a
the-
certain way
yeah.
at the scenes where you can just come as you are,
chill.
be yourself.
As they say, some of the best things in life are free.
Mm.
And I love
all the
to
best things in life are
appreciate,
free.
The little things. And not even the little things, but the little things matter too, and they just bring so much happiness. So we all
Well,
should
speaking of happiness,
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys, but we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Oh, we
gotta
kicked
go.
out.
Thank you guys
No,
for
we're not
listening to
never
the Soul
kicked
Flow
out.
show.
But thank you for being with us,
Thank you.
Felipe
Thanks for having
Blanco.
me.
So VibeTribe every Friday, Thank you, Kikimora Studio, for being with us.
Right.
Olga, we love you wherever you're at right now. Thank you so much.
Beautiful
Olga.
person.
Camba, I love you, man.
Love you
Thank
too.
you for being with us. Candelita, you already know.
Yes, Junior.
Leandro, man, I'm so grateful for
The
this guy.
twinkle
This
in
guy
her
right here.
eyes.
This guy, oh, shut up. She really caught me off
Twinkle,
guard.
twinkle.
Mikey, I love you. Miami, South Florida, stay tuned for what's coming up with the Soul Flow show, Soul Flow Studios, and the whole posse.
Right. Thank you for listening, guys.
Stay
Have a good
classy,
Saturday.
Stay classy.
Keep it classy.
Don't forget to tune into the events today if you have time.
Free.